My name is Sara Cough and I'm a partner here at New Hope View Farms. I'm a partner with my father and my two uncles and my brother. We've been here for 4.5 years. We milk around 900 cows through the tank, and we average between 85 to 88 pounds of milk. Well, I first learned about BMR specific silages back when I was at Cornell. We learned quite a bit about it at the university, going to local dairies around the university when people were first starting to feed it. And then as a consultant, after I graduated from school and started doing nutrition work, it was a new idea in the industry, and a lot of the farms in our groups were willing to try it, and that's when I first started working with it about 8 years ago, and I've been using it ever since. The first year that we grew BMR, I think we grew around 800 acres, and we're close to 950 now. We're growing a little bit more because our yield has been more than we expected, or better than we expected. I think that planting BMR is like planting any other forage. Your best ground is going to yield your best corn, and we've definitely seen that. Last year we harvested some BMR that was way higher than any of the conventional we planted because it was on the best ground. I think as long as you have good field practices and you fertilize and take care of your fields, you're going to get a good yield. And I've actually seen the BMR stand better during wind than conventional because it didn't snap off and break. Some of the results from feeding BMR that I've seen is the ability to feed much more homegrown forage and be able to remove some grain. Looking back through from the diets that I fed over the last 5 years, we're feeding a good 10 to 15% more forage than we were when we were feeding TMF or conventional corn silage. The main economic benefit to feeding BMR silage and feeding an increased forage diet is the lowered cost of grain. Cornmeal right now is $300 a ton or more, and BMR is half that per pound of dry matter. So it's a 2-to-1 savings being able to feed more BMR over cornmeal in your diet. Cost of feed, cost of production is huge in our business, and if you can make milk more economically, you can be more profitable, and that's our goal. I also think that the ability to feed more forage in the diet has been better for our herd. I think we have a healthier herd. We've been able to ship more milk, more pounds of components. We've been able to maintain a higher butter fat. I think we have less issues with cows off feed, less DAs, less rumen problems. The mycogen nutritionist team has been very helpful for our farm. Initially, when we first started planning it, I worked very closely with the agronomist to help put my BMR diets together. You feed BMR differently than you feed conventional, but more now these days I use them for their technical support when it comes to harvesting and storing. I think any farm that's interested in feeding more homegrown forage is a good candidate to feeding BMR, especially farms that are already growing their own high moisture corn and have land available to them. You will feed more pounds of corn silage, so you will need more land to feed a higher forage diet. I think it fits really well for farms that are feeding conventional and high moisture right now because they have the land ability to plant more BMR. And any farm that has access to rent more land and wants to feed a higher forage diet, I think that it's a great fit.